I'm going to show you how I balance my camera on my gimbal in this video, and you're going to be able to take some pretty awesome footage by the end of it. Hi, my name's Matthew, and on this channel we talk about tech and process improvement. If that's something you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I make a video. So for the first step of balancing your gimbal is you're going to want to prep the gimbal for balancing. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to move the locks so they unlock, and then you're going to want to put them in position for balancing. Step 2, you're going to want to connect the camera to the plate. Something that's important to know is if you have a heavier lens, you're going to want to connect this bumper to be able to balance that heavier lens properly, because it's going to be so front heavy with the lens. You're going to want to be able to put this plate on to be able to not hit the lens, and second, so you can balance it properly on the Weebill S. For my example, I don't have a very heavy lens, so we're just going to connect this faceplate to the camera. All you have to worry about is connecting this one thread to this plate. You don't have to worry about using the other two. That's for that little bumper that I showed you earlier. All you're gonna do is just connect the thread. So step 3, attach the camera and lock it. This thing kind of pushes in on this side. All you're gonna wanna do is, if it's not pushing in, is there's a thread on this side on the screw. Push this in and wait till you hear wait till the camera is in really tight. Put this screw back in. You don't have to worry about the camera falling off anymore. So step 4 is we're gonna balance the gimbal. So it's really simple to balance. All we're gonna do is we're gonna do one axis at a time. We're gonna lock all the other axes. And then if the camera's falling one way, we're simply gonna adjust it the opposite way. So for starting, we're gonna do the tilt axis. There's the lock on the top here. All you're gonna have to do is unlock it. So what you can see is that the camera is tilting forward. So what do we have to do? We have to adjust the camera this way. So I'm gonna unlock this hinge and make some adjustments. Now, once you get close to balancing it, really close, you're gonna wanna just make micro adjustments. So I'm just making micro adjustments on this adjustment here, on this lever. This might not be perfect right away, but that's pretty good for me. What's more important is this thumb screw here. This is completely off. So what you're gonna wanna do to make this completely balanced is you're gonna wanna face your camera up and see where it's going. So it's just going straight down. What we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna move the thumb screw on this side up. So you can see how you can move the gimbal up and down here. What we're gonna wanna do is move it up. And then we're just gonna keep testing. So I moved it completely the opposite direction just to show an exaggerated example, but now we're going the other way. So we're gonna wanna put this down. We're just gonna keep going until it's completely balanced. You're gonna wanna have the camera face completely up, and once it stays up, then you're pretty much balanced. So you're gonna tighten that thumb screw in, and now on this tilt axis, you can see that we're very balanced. So the next step, we're gonna be balancing the roll axis. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock the axis that we were previously in, which was the tilt. So now we're completely locked. Now we're gonna open the roll axis. As you can see, we're not balanced. So everything's tilting this way, which means we need to move the camera the opposite way. So there's a lever behind the camera, and you're just gonna open that up. So you can move the camera left to right. Now what we want is this to be completely balanced. So we're just gonna make some micro adjustments until we're happy with the result. So right now I'm tilting this way, so I'm gonna wanna put the camera more on the other side. Still doing that. We're gonna make some micro adjustments. There we go. As you can see, it's balanced every single place you put the gimbal. Next, we're gonna be balancing the pan axis. So what we want is we want to unlock the axis down here. We don't actually have to lock the axis here, just for balancing purposes. You want to be able to move the gimbal this way and this way without all of this crazy rolling. So as you can see, it's tilting this way. So we're gonna have to balance it the opposite way. So I'm unlocking the thumb adjustment, and I'm just gonna be making micro adjustments. So I'm gonna go forward again. Just gonna keep going until we get close, and then we're gonna make micro adjustments. So there, that got pretty close. We're almost there. We can try it again. As you can see, that's pretty good. See how smooth that is? The gimbal's not even on, but everything's smooth in place. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to lock that up. And then I'm going to unlock all the accesses. So now what you should see is anywhere I put this camera, it's going to be completely balanced. So now we're going to power it on, which is pretty exciting. And you can see that it's working pretty flawless. If you hear the motor like kind of rumbling, you probably know that it's not completely balanced, and you should try to make it more balanced. So the last thing I recommend when you're using the Weebill S is to auto-tune the gears. You're going to press the 3 buttons on the Weebill S, and then you're going to press the right side to go into motor, and you're just going to go right again to get into auto. So this is going to automatically identify how much power to give the motors. So this is awesome. You have your gimbal balanced and you're ready to film. If you want to know how to use the modes on the Weebill S, watch my next video and I'm going to show you all the modes on the Weebill S and how to take awesome footage using the Weebill S. Hope you enjoyed the video. I want to help you out just like I would my brother. See you in the next video.